Hi guys, what is going on? It's Dynasty here, and today guys, we're going to be doing a video on the fastest way to get XP possible in Call of Duty World War 2. Now, I've been playing quite a lot of World War 2 recently. I haven't been as grinded as much as I did when Black Ops 3 first came out. I haven't been enjoying the game as much as Black Ops 3, if I'm completely honest. But I've got by far, hopefully, the best tutorial on how to get the fastest possible XP in Call of Duty World War 2. Now, you'll probably seen on the leaderboards, there's people way up there. Those guys are all boosting guys. This is not going to be a boosting tutorial. This is going to be a legit tutorial on, how to legitimately earn the fastest XP rather than getting in a boosting lobby. So, all the guys that are up there that are legit, this is pretty much what they are using. So, a lot of you probably seen streams by like the Doom clan that are going for, the race, and you've probably seen Korean Savage or K3. This is basically what they do, guys. This is going to be a full breakdown of how exactly to do it. And yeah, we're going to start off straight away, guys, with class setup, because that is extremely important. I think I've got about 3 or 4 classes I'm going to advise you guys to use. 2 of them are my favourite that I use a lot, but there's going to be a couple of them thrown in there just in case you don't like those ones. So let's just jump straight into it. Okay guys, so as for class setups now, there's 2 class setups that I'm going to recommend highly, and then I've just thrown a couple of others in case you guys want to use them. And my first one is going to actually be a Type 100 class. As you can see, I just prestige recently, that's why I've got no classes here, so I'm just going to be kind of building them with you guys. And the division I always take, and this is probably because it's biased some people, because I think most people go with infantry, but personally I always go with armoured. And the reason for this is when you get to level 4, you take significantly less explosive damage. Now, I don't think guys have ever played Hardcore Team Deathmatch, which I probably should have mentioned is the game mode all of this revolves around. All of the spawn trapping and things like that you will not be able to do in COD Deathmatch, but just because you die a lot less quickly, so it's harder to get multi-kills on COD Deathmatch than it is on Hardcore. So that's why I'll be using Hardcore Team Deathmatch. If you really want to play COD, you can try it, but it's not going to be as good as Hardcore Team Deathmatch, I can promise you that. But we're going to be using the Armoured Division, simply because if you've ever played Hardcore, you'll notice that you get killed by teammates' grenades mostly, and occasionally an enemy grenade. And this just absolutely helps so much in not getting killed by grenades. It also makes you not die by bouncing Bettys, which are so irritating to be killed by. But that is why we got armed, guys, and obviously try and get to level 4 if you can. And personally, the actual training I use, I always use Ordnance. I've actually got it permanently unlocked. It basically just means I can get a UAV in 4 kills rather than 5, and also get a counter UAV in 4 kills rather than 5. I'll be explaining about cycling your score streaks when we get to score streaks in a minute. But just run Ordnance. So then the primary we're going to start off, my favourite class so far at the moment is the Type 100. Can't actually put it on because I'm not level 11 yet. Basically guys, you're going to run a Type 100 with grip and extended mag. And that gun is going to be an absolute beast. So that is the class I'd highly recommend. The other class that I'm loving at the moment is actually the bar. I've been running the bar with, pretty sure, just quick draw and also extending mag. And again, this gun absolutely shreds for doing all the spawn traps. So I'd highly recommend using one of those 2 classes. If you're not a fan of either of them, then I can also recommend the STG-44. And I can also recommend actually using the SVT-40 if you do have it. You get this by prestige in your infantry division, and this gun, if you put on just like a reflex sight and also a quick draw, this gun is incredibly deadly on hardcore, like not even funny deadly. So if you're wondering if you want a choice, personally I'd go with the Type 100 and the bar. Kind of depends what type of player you are. Personally I'm more of a Type 100, but again the bar is extremely good. If you don't like either of them, try the STG-44. If you're not liking that, try the SVT-40. All of these guns are going to do massive damage on hardcore, and it's probably by far the best. So that's pretty much going to be it for class setup. As far as score streaks, I can't put the exact score streaks on at the moment because I've got unlocked. But all you want to do, you want to run 2 score streaks and that's it, which are going to be your recon aircraft and also your counter recon aircraft. Now, the reason for this is you pretty much just want to cycle these. Because say if I called in a glide bomb, yeah, it's going to get me an extra 1 or 2 kills, but those kills are only going to give me 25 score and minimal XP. So I'd much rather get a kill with my weapon and get, a lot more XP than get, a kill with a glide bomb and only get a quarter of the XP. So that's why we're just going to cycle these, because these also of course give you bonus score when teammates get kills, and there's no other score streak really kind of like that in the game. So that's why we're using these. It allows you to obviously have a mini-map up, which is incredibly important on hardcore. If you have a mini-map up, it helps so much. And then of course, you know, you can take out enemy UAVs with your counter, which is incredibly important as well, because otherwise you're going to end up being spawn trapped, which is not what you want at all. So that's why we just run these guys, and you're just able to cycle them, and it just makes it so much easier to play. So that's pretty much all it is for class setup and actual score streaks. What we're going to do now, guys, is there's kind of 5 maps I'd highly recommend trying to play the most. And for each of these maps, I'm going to be doing kind of a tutorial on where exactly you should try and go, and how exactly you should spawn trap on these 5 maps. So hopefully gives you guys the best idea of how to actually go about using this strategy in the most effective way. So guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into these 5 maps. Okay guys, so the first map is going to be, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it'll be on the screen, so don't worry about it. I'm going to go with Action. Basically, as you spawn this side, you want to head straight through the burning buildings on the right hand side of the map. You've got to be careful of campers, that's the only problem about this map. If you head down to exactly where you're seeing on screen now, you can spawn trap people as they are coming out of this building, which is a very popular spawn for enemies. I find a lot of people rush through from here. But if we go straight back inside, I would not recommend going by those sandbags you just saw on the left end, because you get picked up very easily. But what we're looking at right now, guys, is the second spawn in the actual spawn of this map. So as long as you're watching both of those spawns, you're going to do a lot of work, guys. So yeah, just kind of be careful as to where exactly you're looking. But those are the 2 spawns, and you're going to have people just running out at you and have very easy kills. So that's pretty much those spawns, guys. So we're going to jump straight over to as if you spawn on the other side. Again, personally, I'd go the library way. I find too many people camp on the right side. So just push your way through the library, and then it's kind of half exploded building. And the first spawn's going to be kind of just out here, just make sure you check. Next spawn's going to be in that building right there. You can see people running across towards where the B flag will be on domination. And you'll also be able to kill people literally as they spawn, shooting right where you're seeing on screen now. That is exactly where people spawn. People are pushing a little bit, just head into this building, and you can head right to the side of where they spawn. They will not expect you to be here, nobody does. For some reason the game keeps spawning people here. And that's pretty much how to spawn trap on this map. Okay guys, so the second map we're going to be doing is Ardeen Forest. If you spawn on this side of the map, I recommend heading straight through this bunker. Just kind of picking off anyone that's doing a head glitch at the back of spawn there before you push out. But from here, just head straight up towards this log cabin. You can actually pick people off just from the side of this tank right in that spawn there. That's going to be the main spawn for the enemies. What I like to do is head through the cabin as you're seeing now, go around this corner. Make sure you pick people off from underneath the bridge, and what you can then do is head straight up this slope. And you're going to have enemies just standing in front of you. And I've had ultra kills here, which for those of you guys don't know is the 8 kills in a very short space of time just from doing this. So if we flip the spawns now, kind of as if, you know, we're going to be attacking from the other side, just basically head through this abandoned sort of broken, I don't really know what type of building it is. It kind of reminds me of some sort of a churchy building. Just keep heading through this and actually head right on the left side of the map. And what you're going to want to do from here, guys, is just shoot over towards this bunker at the back. What enemies are going to do is they're going to spawn directly behind the bunker, so they're just going to be flooding out of there. Another way you can actually attack towards this bunker is to head kind of, when you're running through this, I don't know, it's like a church monastery sort of area, head straight to the right here, just kind of come through the middle of the map. You will be able to shoot people up there, but it's quite long distance, so I wouldn't recommend that on hardcore. But pretty much just push around, make sure you clear out the front of this bunker, and when you actually get to the back of it, you're going to have enemies spawning directly in front of you and also to the left of you. It's going to make for very easy kills. Okay guys, so the next map is going to be Flak Tower, and what I like to do is I like to head right of these buildings here and actually head underground. This is my preferred way to attack this side. Just head underground, just make sure there's no one under the ground on their side, and just push straight through. Watch this corner because enemies will be spawning right here. Then what I like to do is push up onto this little higher ledge, because you'll actually be able to pick people off right as they spawn, and because you're a little bit away from the spawns, people will keep on spawning here. It will not actually flip the spawns, so just keep shooting at these spawns and you will get insane multi-kills. And then, yeah, if we actually look at the other side. Okay, so I like to head up to the right side here and just kind of run this way. Normally what I do is I'd lob a grenade into their side of the building, just kind of give me a little bit of cover as well as clear out enemies coming in there. Keep heading around the right side, and what you're going to notice is people are just going to be running out from this back building. You can actually head right around the back of this building and people are still going to be spawning there, and also on the far side there. So this map is extremely good for spawn trapping. You're going to get some insane feeds on it. So let's jump into the fourth map. Okay guys, so the next map is going to be Gibraltar, and this is probably one of the favourites to spawn trap on, and honestly it's so easy to do. Spawn on this side of the map, head left and go straight across this bridge. Just be a little bit careful for people actually camping up top and also in this kind of back alcovey bit there. People like to camp there. Basically just head straight under this tunnel, and once you go under this tunnel you can actually step up onto these steps, and what you're going to notice is people just running out in front of you. It's actually ridiculous. But after you've killed them here, they're not going to run out again, guys, so what you're actually going to want to do is actually head round the back, and you're going to probably notice some people just rushing you from the back here, which is again going to be extremely easy kills. And what can actually happen is the spawns will sort of shift over to the left side here. If you're going over to the left side and kill people again, what they're going to do is move back, and you're going to be able to kill people even more in their own spawn. I've had all of my biggest feeds in the game on Gibraltar just from running this method right here. It's so easy to do, and is by far one of my favourite spawns or maps to run a spawn trap on. It's just so easy to do. And for the actual second side, what you want to do again is head right across the bridge. You can actually go up through the tunnels, but personally I prefer going this way. What I like to do is I like to chuck a grenade over the top left, just over here, because that'll kill people rushing out. Then you just got to be kind of careful of the MG nest on this window. Make sure you kill the person there. You actually kill anyone running out as well. Then to get into the actual spawn trap, again just making sure the MG nest, head to these stairs on the right, and you're going to be looking straight at their spawn, just where people are running out. Now kill the people back here, but don't push around there. Actually go around the back of this building, kill anyone in the caves, and hop over this wall. What this will do is they'll actually push the spawns straight back to where you just looked then, and you'll be able to essentially get 2 lots of spawn trapping in rather than only 1 before the spawns flip. And yeah guys, that's going to be that map, so let's jump into the last one. Okay guys, so the last map I'm going to be showing you is the USS Texas. And what I like to do for this is I don't like to run too much on the outer sides, because you get picked off by people camping with snipers. Actually head straight through in the middle here, just be careful of anyone inside this lower room. Normally there's no one, but just, you know, just be a little bit cautious. I like to head out the right side here, just make sure you pick off anyone up on this deck in front of you. Make sure you pick anyone off running towards the middle of the ship. And then from here you're in spawn trap paradise, because you can just shoot straight into their spawn. Of course, shoot anyone that's trying to run away from the spawn trap and anyone that's camping. Once you've done that, they'll be respawning straight in front of you, and you can get some absolutely crazy feeds on here just from looking at their spawns. And for some reason it just keeps on spawning enemies there. I really don't quite understand the nature of this game when it comes to spawns. But if we actually look from the other side, what I quite like to do is I normally just hop on the front of here and just climb over this front railing. And again, kind of do the same thing that we did on the other side and just head through the middle of the ship. Don't really like the outsides because, as I said, there's snipers camping everywhere on this map. But just head straight towards their spawn, push straight through the middle this time. And once you're out here, just kind of pick off to the left and right, and then head up again onto this deck on the side. And you can run exactly the same thing that we did on the other side, where you can just look straight at their spawns and you're just going to be able to pick people off just so easily. It's such a good map to spawn trap on. And I just thought I'd add in the end, guys, the reason I haven't been showing, you know, just every single map in the game is because these are the 5 maps you're going to get the most XP on, in my opinion. You can of course do well on other maps than the ones I'm showing. It's just these are the ones I'd highly recommend sticking to if you want to get the most out of your games. So you will be able to figure out other ways to spawn trap on different maps just off, you know, watching this video and learning these spawn traps, because it's going to give you a general idea of how to spawn trap in the future. But yeah guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. If this does help you, make sure to drop a like. I really do hope this, guys, helps you get a pretty crazy high score per minute. You'll average like a 400 to 500 score per minute per game, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah guys, as I said, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.